Hello again. In this lesson, we continue work with the simple past tense. We will look at various WH word questions with the past tense. Look at this graphic. Common questions in the simple past are made with the WH question words why, where, when, and what time, just as we make them in the present tense. So the questions, why did you go? Answers, I had an appointment, or because I had an appointment, or I went because I had an appointment. Why asks for reasons. Where did you sleep? At my friend's house, or I slept at my friend's house. Where for location. When did you leave? Yesterday, or I left yesterday. When for time. And what time did you leave? At midnight. I left at midnight. I left at 12 o'clock. What time? Specific time. Notice that there are both short answers and long answers. Also notice that the expressions when and what time both ask for time information. However, what time is very specific, usually asking for clock time. When can be used with any time expression. All right. Now look at this graphic. Because is a word that signals an explanation, gives a reason. So because I didn't have time, or because she forgot her handbag, or because they didn't have enough money, because he wasn't in the library, because Stefano used all of the gasoline. These are reasons, or excuses, but reasons. And then why, the question word, asks for reasons, and because indicates the reasons. So, why didn't you visit the museum? I didn't have time, or because I didn't have time. Why did Yukiko leave the restaurant? Because she forgot her handbag. Why didn't they buy the fax machine? Because they didn't have enough money. Why didn't he study with Ramon? Because he wasn't in the library. Or why didn't they drive to Chicago? Because Stefano used all of the gasoline. Okay? Let's try a practice now. Listen carefully while I read the following passage. It's about Yukiko's experience at a bank. You know, a bank is a place where we keep money. Okay. Last Tuesday, Yukiko needed to make a bank deposit, and she also needed some cash. On her lunch break, at about 12:15, she visited the branch of First National Bank near her office. She went first to a table which held banking forms. She filled out her deposit slip, and she endorsed the 2 checks which she wanted to deposit. She put these things in a deposit envelope and walked to one of the automatic teller machines. She put her bank card in the ATM slot, automatic teller machine, entered the necessary information, put her deposit envelope in another ATM slot, and the transaction was complete. Next, she entered the information for a cash withdrawal from her checking account, put her card in the slot again, and took the cash as it dropped from another slot in the machine. It was fast and easy. Notice, there are a lot of new words in the exercise, right? Bank deposit, cash, money, no doubt, right? Branch is a different location for the bank, not the head office, a different location. Filled out, we often use for complete or right. Slip is another word for form. Endorse is another word for signing. And checks, you know, are those that we write. Automatic teller machine, those are the machines. And transaction is the job to be done. Withdrawal, taking money out. Checking account is that account that you write checks against. And there you have it. Now, watch the screen closely. I'm going to read these sentences one more time. Last Tuesday, Yukiko needed to make a bank deposit, and she also needed some cash. On her lunch break, at about 12:15, she visited the branch of First National Bank near her office. She went first to a table which held banking forms. She filled out her deposit slip and she endorsed the 2 checks which she wanted to deposit. She put these things in a deposit envelope and walked to one of the automatic teller machines. She put her bank card in the ATM slot, entered the necessary information, put her deposit envelope in another ATM slot, and the transaction was complete. Next, she entered the information for a cash withdrawal from her checking account, put her card in the slot again, and took the cash as it dropped from another slot in the machine. It was fast and easy. All right, let's practice. Listen while I ask WH questions. Where, when, what time, why. And I'll ask those questions about the bank passage. Listen carefully, then try to say an answer. Speak aloud, of course. Let's begin. Why did Yukiko go to the bank? And you say, because she needed to make a deposit. Or, she needed to make a deposit. Pretty easy, right? So here we go. Why did Yukiko go to the bank? Exactly, because she needed to make a deposit. Now listen to this one. When did Yukiko go to the bank? She went to the bank last Tuesday. That's right, or she went on her lunch break. Great. How about, what time did Yukiko go to the bank? Yes, you could say that. She went to the bank on her lunch break, or you could say the precise time at 12:15. She went to the bank at 12:15. Good. And where did Yukiko go last Tuesday? Yeah, that's easy. She went to the bank, or simply to the bank. Let's try that practice again, because it involves all 4 question words. Okay. Why did Yukiko go to the bank? Precisely, because she needed to make a deposit. When did Yukiko go to the bank? She went last Tuesday. What time did Yukiko go to the bank? She went on her lunch break, or she went to the bank at 12:15. And where did Yukiko go last Tuesday? Yes, indeed, she went to the bank. That's great. Now, I have an exercise for you. And in the exercise, you will practice with WH questions in the past tense. You'll see sentences from the passage about Yukiko's visit to the bank. Your job is to write an appropriate WH word question. So use where, when, what time, or why. Here's an example. You'll see Yukiko needed some cash. And you will write an appropriate question. Why did Yukiko go to the bank? Because? That's it. Because she needed some cash. Pretty easy, huh? Okay. Pause your program. Look at your study guide and complete the exercise. Let's review that exercise about the bank passage. You saw Yukiko needed some cash, and you wrote the question, why did Yukiko go to the bank? Then you saw she needed to make a deposit, and you wrote, why did she go to the bank? Okay. And then Yukiko went to the bank last Tuesday. You wrote, where did she go last Tuesday? Or you may have written, when did Yukiko go to the bank? Tuesday. You saw she went on her lunch break, and you wrote, what time did she go? Or when did she go to the bank? And you saw she went to the bank about 12:15. You wrote, what time did she go? Excellent work.